97.7 The Q. Steve Touhyville with you here, hanging out, doing our thing on a fine Wednesday morning. Thank you for spending your morning with us. It's just me by myself. If you're watching the video, you see there's no other. That's it. It's just me. So hi. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. I appreciate you getting your day started here in Touhyville. We appreciate it. Chrissy Martin off today. She'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, if all things go well. Portion of the show is running brought to us by Galena Insurance. Give Tasha a call today or visit with Tasha out at the fair, out at the commercial building. Galena Insurance out there as well. Call 219-866-0834. Also want to mention our friends over at Jasper Junction. Turn your house into a home. Just because it's secondhand, just because it's pre-loved, as we like to say at Jasper Junction, doesn't mean it's not super cool. Check out some of the great stuff they have in their 13,000 square foot of thrift store and flea market goodness at the junction of 14 and 231 in Rensselaer. All right, our poll question up on the WLQI and 98 Gold and Touhyville Show Facebook pages today, asking you, do you like hot dogs? So you can answer in the comments here as well, and we'll add them in there. 85.2% of you say yes, you do like hot dogs. 14.8% said, not really for me with the hot dogs. Of course, today is National Hot Dog Day. So I'm a fan. I like hot dogs, but I like good hot dogs. And I was talking about this earlier. There seems to be a myth in some areas outside of Chicago. Okay, I grew up in Chicago. That a Chicago-style hot dog is what you put on it. And that's not necessarily the case. It's Vienna beef. The hot dog itself has to be Vienna beef. That's how you do it. That's the starting point. That's your leap-off point. That's where you begin, is with your Vienna beef. If you're not going to do that, it's not a Chicago-style hot dog. Then you can go and you can put your onions and your mustard and not ketchup, and you can put your pickle relish and your sport peppers, not ketchup, and you can put a pickle across the top, sprinkle a little celery salt on there, not ketchup. But me, I don't even do it Chicago style. I just want a Chicago Vienna beef hot dog. Anyway, also want to mention, while we're on video, we're on the Q, 98 Gold, all of our social medias, and we're on our YouTube channel. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel because we put all kinds of videos up there, at least one a day. We put some kind of video up on there. We've been doing them from the fair all week long. Speaking of the fair, I'll be out at the fair tonight from 5 to 7, broadcasting here on the Q, and as well as giving out free T-shirts. So here's our deal. We're going to give out free T-shirts tonight. If we have some left, we'll bring them out tomorrow. The way things have been going, I'm not expecting to have any left for Thursday. So come on out tonight, get a free T-shirt from 5 to 7. One of the station shirts, like I'm wearing today, I'm wearing the Q. We'll have Q T-shirts, 98 Gold T-shirts, Touhyville T-shirts, and Bear Country T-shirts. Okay, those are all the Touhyville media stations and show, obviously. So we'll be giving those out tonight. We want everybody to wear all their station shirts on Friday when you're out at the fair from 5 to 7. Come on out to the fair, okay? It's super duper midnight night in the carnival. So come on out for all the fun. Wear your station shirt, Q, 98 Gold, Bear Country, or Touhyville Show shirts. And we're going to be running around with a bunch of 4-packs of tickets to Indiana Beach, Deep River Water Park, and Holiday World, okay? We're going to have a bunch of them. We're all going to be out there having a good time. So come and see us at our Yoder portable studio at the fair, like in our screen porch. So come see us, or we'll find you. We're going to be walking around the fair, just walking up to people going, hey, that's a nice Q shirt. Here's a 4-pack of tickets to Indiana Beach. Have a good time. All right? So it's going to be a lot of fun out there. Make your plans to come out tonight to get a free T-shirt. And, of course, come out on Friday wearing your T-shirt from one of our fine radio stations. So it should be a lot of fun. All right. What is your ideal temperature? I was talking a little while ago about things to say, 10 things to say when someone comes up and says, is it hot enough for you? What's your ideal temperature? A third of Americans were under extreme heat advisories over this last week. That includes half of California and much of the South. I talked about El Paso. I talked about Phoenix. So what's your ideal temperature? Turns out a handful of Americans actually wish they were in Phoenix for this 110, 115 degree weather. Someone asked 1,000 people. The top answer was somewhere in the 80s. That's what I would say. I think today we're going to see 88. I would say 83 to 86 is probably good for me, especially if you're doing something outside and you're having some fun. I like that. I can sit outside and maybe hop in a pool for 85 degrees is nice. Let's see. So most people, 42% said in the 80s. 70s are the next with 31% of the vote, and 14% said in the 90s they would like it. But for some folks, that's not quite hot enough. 5% said they enjoy it when it gets over 100 degrees, including 2% who claim the ideal temperature is at least 110. Stop. That's the ideal temperature, is 110. Stop. Get out of here. You don't know. No. And also no. Stop. That's ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, so I grew up about 10 minutes from O'Hare Airport. Okay. Always very loud. I remember when folks would come over to the house, like I'd have a friend from out of town or someone that I met from another place would come to my folks' house, be outside talking, and all of a sudden you just conversation as if there's a commercial on or something. You just pause it because you're just hearing a plane. Super loud. Looks like it's going to land in your house. It's that close. That's how close we were to in the city, but real close to Des Plaines, Rosemont, that area. So the other day, an emergency evacuation slide from a United flight fell off. I don't know how this happens. That scares me. But it fell off of a plane, landed in somebody's backyard or their front yard. Now, I want to see if they've got the address because I'm looking at this picture, and it looks a lot like my neighborhood where I grew up, and it couldn't have been far from there. United Airlines Boeing 767 plane lost its emergency evacuation slide in midair Monday, ended up in the backyard of a home near Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. Officials and a witness said Patrick Devitt lives in the neighborhood where the slide came down, several miles from the runway. He told CNN affiliate WLS his father-in-law and son were inside the home and heard a boom in the backyard around 12:15 in the afternoon. Devitt's father-in-law walked out, saw the slide in the backyard, and told his son, "Call 911. The sky is falling. The sky is falling." Sir, I don't think it's the sky. Well, if the sky is inflatable, then the sky is falling. Devitt was on his way home from work at the time. When he got to the house, he dragged the slide from his backyard to the front of the home. He said the large piece of equipment damaged the roof of the home and a kitchen window screen, according to the report by WLS. When it's all stretched out, he said it's larger than the car. It's a very, very big piece of equipment that fell. Maintenance workers at O'Hare discovered the plane was missing its slide after it landed. You think? Hey, guys, when you left the airport, did you guys have one of those emergency slides? You did, huh? Okay. Do you know where it's at now? Did you guys leave it somewhere? Is it like your keys? Like you were like, oh, we had it here a minute ago, and I'm trying to figure out where it went. Yeah, they just discovered the plane was missing the slide after it landed. We immediately contacted the FAA and worked with the team to better understand the circumstances around it. Yeah, I would hope. Chicago Police Department said it responded to the incident in the 4700 block of North Chester. Okay, so not as close as I thought to my folks' house, but deferred questions about the investigation to the FAA. In 2019, a slide fell off a Delta flight landing at Boston's Logan International Airport as well. So thankfully, no injuries, but definitely got to be an odd sight. You just happen to look up and you see a big giant slide. I would imagine flying through the air. Someone saw it at some point, just going through the air and landed in someone's backyard. Speaking of flying, Japan Airlines are now letting people rent clothes so they don't have to take luggage. Maybe it's cheaper to rent some clothes for a week than the luggage fees. Japan Airlines wants to free people of the hassle of carry-on bags and the hassle of packing all together. They just launched a new service that allows foreign tourists and business travelers to rent clothes from them directly for as little as $28 for up to 2 weeks. That's way cheaper than the baggage fees. It's called Anywhere, Anywhere. The spelling, N-E-W-E-A-R, N-E-W-H-E-R-E. Anywhere, where, anywhere, all around. Anywhere, anywhere. Travelers, 8 outfits in 3 sizes, small, medium, and large, in various styles like business casual and more formal stuff. You don't need to pick up the clothes at the airport. They'll be delivered directly to your hotel. You do know what you're getting ahead of time. When you make a reservation, you go online and you select certain items you want. The clothes will be previously used, of course, but they're thoroughly cleaned and ironed before being delivered. Don't worry, the service does not include undergarments, so you got to throw those in. So you need to pack a few personal items, probably your toiletries and things like that. But the idea is that you can minimize your luggage as much as possible. I don't know. I think I'm going to stick with my own clothes. I know maybe it sounds a little weird, but I think when I go on vacation, I'm going to want to wear my clothes. I'm going to stick with that. Anyway, more fun stuff to come. Stick around the queue and 98 Gold. Thanks for hanging out.